Hey guys, red and black greetings. This is Flamengo. Very good. Welcome to the Paparazzo Rubro-Negro channel. If you're just arriving, I invite you to follow, like, and share on all platforms. If you're on YouTube, I invite you to subscribe down below, turn on notifications by clicking the bell, and leave a cool like on the video. I'm here wearing Adriano Imperador's jersey. He's now commenting over at Case Television, right? I'm a fan of the Imperador, right? I'm going to watch the game with Impera, of course. Man, our emperor horse, right? Not even a horse can handle it. That's it, great Imperador. Right, idol of the nation, man. Today, another game, we wake up tense, right? We wake up nervous because it's really important, man. It's really important. Even more so with Fédération Internationale de Football Association confirming that the Intercontinental is the annual Club World Cup. The World Cup and Super World Cup are held every 4 years, while the Club World Cup is annual. Fédération Internationale de Football Association published an article on its website confirming that it is the Club World Cup. We'll discuss that here, okay? So anyone who is saying, oh, no, if Flamengo wins, it's not. No, don't get your hopes up. Partner, it's a world title. Fédération Internationale de Football Association confirms it's a world title. And in fact, in the article, it says that Flamengo's 1981 title is a world title. Shut up. How do you say shut up? Whoever claims they jinxed Flamengo did it wrong, did it wrong. The idiot is Bruno Cantarelli. Come on, man. Are you crazy saying it's not a world title? Come on. The ones who don't have a world title are the ones making up these things. There's a team out there that doesn't have a world title. They like the green smell, right? They like to make things up. But let's go. Flamengo is playing today, right? We get here, man. I have some really interesting odds to share with you guys, right? By the way, I want to remind you to play responsibly. It's for people over 18. It's for fun, not an investment. I picked out something here. Look, I made a really cool one to show you guys. Look, Flamengo wins the first half. Flamengo wins the match. More than 4.5 corner kicks in the first half. Okay, so is this one spectacular? Flamengo leads at halftime and wins with over 4.5 first half corners, odds 4.12. Partner, I'm sure that one's going to hit, man. Play responsibly, just a small bet. But hey, Flamengo, Cruz Azul, right? I think there's a great chance it'll hit. In fact, I've already won. You've already won, right? So, look, there's some interesting information here to share with you. Flamengo in the Club World Cups. 1981 champions 3-0. It was a game, right? Single match 3-0 against Liverpool. In 2019, runner-up. 3-1 against Al Hilal and 1-0 Liverpool in extra time. 2023, right? But it was really the one from 22. Flamengo loses 3-2 to Al Hilal, that painful game, right, man? And then they beat Al Ahly 4-2, right? So Flamengo finished in third place. So Flamengo, now is the time. They've already been third. They've already been runners-up. They've already been champions. And now it's time to be champions again. And for that, they have to get past Cruz Azul from Mexico today. So Flamengo, are they paying today? Flamengo 1.65, draw 3.85, Cruz Azul 5.60. All right. So those are our tips. And just a reminder, once again, play responsibly. It's for people over 18. It's for fun, not an investment. I'm going to bring you some important information about the game right now, and I'll leave the QR code on the screen for you to take advantage of. Because now you can buy your points for the Pix Benefit Club for the million. You secure those points. Then you can exchange them for products, experiences, and more. And when you exchange them for experiences and more, Besides that, there's a bonus, which is participating in the chance for a huge prize, up to 100,000 in instant prizes. Before it was 20, but this special edition is 100,000. If you win, your money is sent instantly to your account via Pix. Additionally, there are 3 prizes on the 31st, each worth 1 million reais and fully legalized by SUSE. Join the prize draw. You might get lucky. Win one of 3 1 million reais prizes or a 2 million reais prize. That's $5 million in prizes. 1 2 million reais prize on January 2nd and 3 1 million reais prizes on the 31st. All our other sponsors are here. In the pinned comment, I also want to let you know that we have Haroldo's Caravan here to ensure you're at the Intercontinental. Check out land packages, airfare packages, and tickets now. Let's believe. Get yours and start thinking about the semifinals and finals. If you're organizing this, save their contact info. If Flamengo gets past Cruz Azul today, make sure you get yours. Make sure you secure yours. All right? Well, look, we have all the information about the game here, and we'll share it with you soon. All right? The game is at 2 post meridian Brasilia time, noon in the United States, here where I'm living, and over there it's already nighttime for the game. Over there in Qatar, right? The time there is 6 hours ahead, right? So the Ahmad Bin Ali Stadium, right? Where Felipe Luis went to check it out and everything, right? In Al Hayyan, right? The stadium in Qatar. This broadcast is on Globo, Disney Plus, and Kazé Television with Adriano Imperador, with the great Imperador, probably. Remember, the Kazé broadcast starts at noon. The probable Flamengo lineup: Rossi, Varela, Danilo, or Leo Ortiz. I think they'll choose Danilo since Leo Ortiz is returning from injury. Leo Pereira and Alexandro, Eric Pulgar, Jorginho, Arrascaeta, Jorge Carrascal, Samuelino, or Everton Cebolinha, and Bruno Henrique. So Pedro is still the missing player, right? He traveled but isn't fit. Is he preparing to return? Felipe said he should get him ready for the final. That's the plan, to try to get Pedro back for the final. If Flamengo makes it to a possible final against Paris Saint-Germain, this is the likely lineup for Cruz Azul. Look, Gudinho, Sanchez, Ditalira, Piovi, Campos, Faravelli, and Marquez, Ribeiro, Sepúlveda, and Fernandes. The coach, Nicolas Larcamon, right? He's the one who already managed Cruzeiro and everything, right? Orozco is missing for them, and he's important, right? A player from the defensive sector with a right ankle injury. It happened now in the game against Tigres in the semifinal of the Mexican Championship. The referee is the Swede Glenn Nyberg, and the video assistant referee is Fede San from Switzerland. Okay, my likely score prediction. But 3-1 Flamengo, huh? If it were 3-0, I would go for over 2.5 goals to be precise, okay? I think there's a chance it could be 3-0 Flamengo. That too, right? I follow people who make predictions. I know you'll say, Paparazzo, that's not real. So ask them for the Mega Sena numbers and everything else. Tell him to say what day and time I should buy my $1 million picks. Man, yeah, it's worth the Derby of the Americas, right? It's a South American Cup against CONCACAF. Cruz Azul is representing CONCACAF, and Flamengo, we say, will be the champion of the Derby of the Americas. Yeah, it still counts. It's a title, right? Does it count? It's an important trophy, international. It's a championship, an international competition. So it's one more international competition for Flamengo's record of international competitions. Okay, so the tarot reader, Luis Filio, he brought some information here regarding the prediction, right? Did he make the card prediction for Flamengo's game? You might not like it, but it's curious because I know you want to know what the card said, right? Is he from the channel Renascer das Cartas? According to him, yes. Cruz Azul appears in the cards as a team needing to adjust its on-field attitude. The energies would indicate significant obstacles requiring changes in strategy for the Mexicans to find balance during the game. On the other hand, the cards referring to Flamengo would point to focus and ambition. Luis Filho commented that he sees willpower and determination surrounding the team, which, in his view, puts the Rio de Janeiro club in a more favorable position. So then, in general, he interprets that the tarot indicates that the environment is positive for the newly crowned Libertadores champion, okay? Even though he predicts a tough match in the Intercontinental Cup, the reading suggests a stronger Flamengo throughout the game. Okay, so you who are curious, who don't believe, okay, you're saying Flamengo is looking better. So is it better for Flamengo? I wanted to bring it up here. I like it. Look, we also had Cicinho talking on Jogo Alberto on band. He's a São Paulo fan, but when he talked about this Club World Cup, this Intercontinental, he said the following. I'm going to root for Flamengo in the World Cup without a doubt. I believe the biggest nerves are in this first match. After that, you've already got the no. So go after the yes. Everything conspires for the Brazilian team to get screwed along the way. If Flamengo reaches the final, they'll win. Cicinho said it about Paris Saint-Germain, okay? So he was also rooting for Flamengo against Palmeiras in the Copa Libertadores. So we've already brought you all the information about the game. And man, here's an interesting statement from Georgian de Arrascaeta. Check this out. He talked about this possible Club World Cup victory. I thought it'd be cool for us to bring this up and check it out. He said it would be wrapping up. He said the following: it would be wrapping up this 2000. It went to the Fédération Internationale de Football Association website. It went to Fédération Internationale de Football Association's official portal. It would be wrapping up this 2025 with a golden key. For everything we've achieved and for the arrival of my son, it would be the happiest ending that could exist. It's not an Arrascaeta ending. It's not an ending, yeah. But I've already said that what you guys did this year and adding the birth of my son Otto, yeah, I already feel fulfilled. Winning the Libertadores 2 days later, my son being born a day after that, Flamengo winning the Brazilian championship, man, I couldn't have chosen a better year in my life. My healthy son was just here with me. I wake up all night, but that's how it is. Soon you'll understand, Arasca. It's a moment like this, man, magical, you know? We are amazed. It's bringing the information here. It's on Fédération Internationale de Football Association's official website. There's a section, they put it, it's the Intercontinental section. They did an article in the Intercontinental section about this competition, right? And he says here, look, for you guys, it's the America's Classic Challenger Cup and the Intercontinental Cup final and all that. Yeah, so look, the Fédération Internationale de Football Association Intercontinental Cup final, the battle for the great annual glory of club football will be the Fédération Internationale de Football Association Intercontinental Cup final, right? A single match final in the same host country as the other games to decide who is the champion, right? Annual Club World Cup. So Fédération Internationale de Football Association is putting it here, and then again, okay, yeah. Then they put it, look here. In 2024, the tournament enters a new phase with the establishment of the Fédération Internationale de Football Association Intercontinental Cup, with the winners of each of the 6 confederations having a chance to compete for a world title annually. It's here on the Fédération Internationale de Football Association website. Fédération Internationale de Football Association. Go. There's the world title annually, okay? The Intercontinental Cup is a world title held annually. It's Fédération Internationale de Football Association saying it's a world title. Okay, so it's on Fédération Internationale de Football Association's website saying it's a world title. List of club world champions by year. It starts in 1960. The list. And for those who like to talk nonsense, oh, but mine is a Fédération Internationale de Football Association world title. Flamengo's isn't. There it is. See? Fédération Internationale de Football Association recognized all intercontinental cups, starting in 60 with Toyota. There's nothing about 51, right? 51 is just booze. It's right there. Look, 80. I'll even leave Flamengo's photo highlighted. Flamengo 81 Brazil. It's right there near Nacional from Uruguay, right? So there's 83 Grêmio is there too. Look, Peñarol 82, 83 Grêmio is 84 Independiente from Argentina. So all of those. Fédération Internationale de Football Association considers it. It's on Fédération Internationale de Football Association's website, the list of club world champions by year. So Fédération Internationale de Football Association counts everyone who won. Intercontinental and Toyota are world champions. And actually Toyota, the name was Toyota Cup, but it was Intercontinental. Is it done already? And here it makes it clear that it's an annual competition, okay? So is everything settled? That question that some people had, like, oh, but is the Intercontinental a world championship? Yeah, does Fédération Internationale de Football Association consider it a world championship? Okay, is it? So we also have an interview here to bring up. Really cool for you guys regarding the issue with Cauã, right? With Cauã Santos, right? Former Flamengo goalkeeper, now at Eintracht Frankfurt. He talked about him, ended up talking about Flamengo. Let's bring it here. Let's listen. He spoke with TNT.
Hey, can you watch Flamengo's games in Germany? Do you still keep up with the club? What's your relationship like?
In the beginning, when I got here, I used to watch all the games, but sometimes it was 2 in the morning and I was still watching the game. And that changed, right? Over time, I started to understand how important sleep was, all of that. And today, whenever I have the opportunity, I watch. When I can't watch the game live, I catch the highlights later, but I follow along whenever possible. Flamengo, once a fan, always a fan.
How can Paris Saint-Germain be defeated and the World Cup in Qatar be won?
That's football, right? And we know it's tough, right? But I'll be cheering as always, and I hope they win, right?
Can you watch Flamengo games?
Look at that then. I feel like I need to go back one day, right? And saying that Flamengo has a chance to beat Paris Saint-Germain. Okay. Our goalkeeper from Flamengo's youth academy, right? Now at Eintracht Frankfurt, right? Flamengo, who won the 2019 Florida Cup against Frankfurt, right? Yeah. With Cauã Santos, a top goalkeeper in Europe, right? And who dreams of returning to Flamengo one day? It's cool saying that Flamengo does have a chance against Paris Saint-Germain. Of course they do. Let me tell you something. Chelsea became champions over Paris Saint-Germain, and Flamengo beat Chelsea, the world champion. I'll draw a circle here and you finish it. Then Flamengo beat Chelsea. Chelsea beat Paris Saint-Germain. Paris Saint-Germain beat Bayern. Bayern beat Flamengo. Flamengo beat Paris Saint-Germain. That would look great. Imagine Bayern, who always post about Flamengo. What wouldn't they do, right? Flamengo goes there and avenges them because they lost the quarterfinals to Paris Saint-Germain. And the coolest thing, right? The coolest thing. Paris Saint-Germain would lose a title to Flamengo, a world title to Flamengo, and another to Chelsea. And Flamengo would also be world champion in 2025 along with Chelsea. And Flamengo beat Chelsea. It would make perfect sense, right, man? It would make perfect sense. Well, let's bring you some more information here as well. Pyramids Football Club, right? They suffered a 6-1 defeat. That's over at the Egypt Cup in Group B against the National Bank of Egypt, right? So they lost, man, 6-1, okay? And Flamengo could face Pyramids if they get past Cruz Azul in the Intercontinental Cup semifinal. Obviously, I'm not going to disrespect anyone, but it seems, right, that it's much harder, the quarterfinal opponent, than the semifinal one, right? Cruz Azul from Mexico seems to be a really tough opponent. They'll be a little more tired than Flamengo, but really an opponent that seems much tougher to me than Pyramids, right? But in football, guys, we can't underestimate anyone. No arrogance. Let's take it one game at a time. Look, here's some important information. Cruz Azul and Flamengo will face each other. And Cruz Azul will play in their blue kit, right? With the blue uniform. And Flamengo will play in the white kit, okay? So Flamengo will be wearing their number 2 jersey, right? With those red details up here, the number 2 kit, white shirt with red details. And then they'll play with their main blue jersey. Maybe it's a matter of home team rules and all that, right? They didn't really explain it. So, man, let's just go for it. Flamengo has already won the World Championship wearing their white second kit. No matter which jersey Flamengo chooses, they'll wear the white kit for this game. They might wear red and black against Pyramid if they advance, and possibly white again in the final against Paris Saint-Germain if they make it. Let's see how it goes, how it's going to be. Flamengo has already been champion. Like I said, they've already been world champions with the white jersey, right? And that's not what's going to make us worried. ABC da Construção has told Flamengo they are ending their short sponsorship after nearly 5 years together, citing economic reasons and industry changes, okay? The agreement, worth 7.4 million annually plus 2 million in construction materials for Ninho, ends before December 2025, causing a 5.4 million loss for the club, okay? Despite the departure, Flamengo remains financially stable and is considering replacements. So how is it sponsors there for the place, right? And they remain focused on the Intercontinental Cup, regardless of ABC's departure or the construction. Flamengo already has other names mapped out to replace on the shorts, right? Yeah, I don't see much difficulty for Flamengo to find a replacement. There are always big names interested in their uniform. That's it. I invite you to follow, like, and share on all platforms. If you're on YouTube, I invite you to subscribe down below, turn on notifications, hit the bell, and leave a cool like on the video. Thank you very much for your company once again. I invite you to check out all our sponsors in the pinned comment in the description. I'd also like to thank Mais Cabello once again for being with us. Year-end discounts are available, plus a free evaluation. Check it out. Mais Cabello locations are everywhere in the country, right? Take advantage of it, right? Lose weight, care for your hair and scalp with Mais Cabello. That's it. I invite you to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, the little bell, and leave a cool like on the video. Red and black greetings. This is Flamengo. Big hug. Thanks. I'm out.